Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to model a leather chair in Blender. Let's get started. Press Shift A and add a cube object. Hit the Tab key to switch to Edit mode. Switch to the Face Selection mode. Select the top and front faces. Press the Delete key and delete the faces. Hit the A key and select all faces. Right-click and subdivide the mesh one time. Select these two faces. Hit the G key, then the Z key and move the faces down. Switch to Edge Selection mode. Select these two edges and move up on the Z axis. Also, select these edges and move the edges back on the Y axis. Click on the Modifier tab and add a Subdivision Surface modifier. Set the number of subdivision level to 2 in the viewport. Go back to Object mode. Add a Solidify modifier. Set the thickness value to 0.2. First, apply the Subsurface modifier, then apply the Solidify modifier. Go back to Edit mode. Press Ctrl-R and add a loop cut. Right-click to confirm. Press Alt-S and move the selected vertices along the normals just a little bit. Select the edge, hold down the Control key, and select the other edge. Hold down the Shift and select the edge. Hold down the Control and select the other edge. In the same way, let's select these edges. Press Ctrl-B and bevel the edges. Set the segment number to 3. Add a Subdivision Surface modifier. Set the number of subdivisions to 2. Go back to Object mode and apply the modifier. Right-click and make Shade Smooth. Let's switch to the Sculpt mode. Go to the Face Sets menu and Face Set from Edit mode selection. Go to the Face Set menu again and choose the Shrink Face Set. Place the cursor over any face set and simply left-click once. Repeat the process one more time. In the left panel, choose the Cloth filter. Switch the filter type to the Inflate. Enable the Use Face Set option. Put the cursor over any face set. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse to the left side slowly. Put the cursor out of the face sets and drag the mouse to the right side. This action will inflate the geometry and give it a cloth-like appearance. Repeat the process until you get the desired result. Select the mesh filter and switch the filter type to smooth. Drag the mouse to the right side and smooth out the mesh surface. Switch to Object mode. All right, let's create the chair leg. Add a cylinder object. Press numpad 1 to switch to the front view. S key to scale down. Move the cylinder down on the Z-axis. Switch to Edit mode and select the bottom face. Hit the I key to inset the face. E key to extrude. E key then S key to scale up. E to extrude. E to extrude again. S key to scale up. E to extrude. Switch back to Object mode. Right-click and make Shade Smooth. Click the Object Data tab. Go to the Normal section and enable the Auto Smooth option. All right. Add a cube object. Scale down the cube enough. Place the cylinder in the proper place. Switch to Edit mode and select the face. Grab the face on the X-axis. Move the face down on the Z-axis. Hit the A key to select all faces. Ctrl-B to bevel. Set the segment number to 3. Add a cylinder. Scale down the cylinder and place it in the proper place. Let's create the wheel. Add another cylinder object. Rotate 90 degrees on the Y-axis. Ctrl-R to add 2 loop cuts. S key, then X key, to move the loop cuts away from each other. Add another 2 loop cuts and slide the cuts in the same way. Select these 2 face loops. Go to the Mesh menu, Extrude, and extrude faces along normals. Select these 2 edge loops. Ctrl-B to bevel. Set the segment number to 4. L key to select all vertices. Scale down the geometry. Place the cylinder in the proper place. Switch to Object Mode, right-click and make Shade Smooth. Enable the Auto Smooth option. All right, we're going to apply a circular array to copy the chair leg. First, press Ctrl-A and apply Scale and Rotation transformations. Then, click on the Active Tool tab under the Transform panel and enable the Affect Only Origins option. So we can move the origin point. Just move the origin point on the X-axis so that it aligns with the center of the chair. Disable the Origins option again. Press Shift-S and cursor to selected. Add an array modifier. Disable the relative offset and enable the object offset. We need an empty object to apply the modifier. Add an empty object. Select the chair leg again. Pick the empty object with the eyedropper. Set the count value to 5. Select the empty object and rotate on the Z-axis. There we go. All right, it's time to add materials. I'm going to use the Blender Kit add-on to add materials. I've already made a tutorial on how to install and use the Blender Kit add-on. So you can watch this tutorial before going on. Press Z key to switch to render preview mode. We're going to use environment texture for lighting. N key to open the right panel and click on the Blender Kit tab. Switch to asset type to HDRI. Search for room. Choose any room HDRI image, drag it onto the scene and drop it. Choose 2K quality and click the OK button. That's it. In order to make the world background transparent, go to the Render Properties tab, scroll down to the Film section, and enable the Transparent option. For a more realistic render, we're going to use the Cycles render engine. So make sure that Cycles is the active render engine. Set the viewport samples value to 32, so we can navigate in the viewport faster. Set the render samples value to 128, so we can have a more detailed and realistic render. All right? Let's switch the timeline editor to the shader editor. Select the seat and click the new button to add material. Rename the material as the seat. Switch the asset type to the material. Choose the texture type, texture-based. Search for any leather material. Drag the material onto the seat and drop it. It looks cool. Select this part and add a new material. Search for metallic material. Drag and drop the material. Select the chair legs and add a new material. Search for plastic material. Drag and drop the material. Add a camera. Control-Alt-Numpad 0 to align the camera to view. Go to the Output Properties tab and set the resolution to 1080 and 1080 pixels. Adjust the camera perspective as you wish. Go to the Render menu and render the image. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.